And welcome to another vodcast from DLTV on the Fringe. Hello, Amanda, and we're going to interview here. And I got this right. Steve Brophy, which rhymes with trophy.
Trophy, that's right. Easy way to remember it.
Thank you, mate.
You deserve one.
Thanks, mate.
I have to say, starting as the last keynote for the conference with a slide about passion reminded us why we are here. We're passionate about education and learning and about being an IT conference, about IT enabling. I noticed also that you talked about walking on, and it reminded me of the quote from Steve Jobs where he dropped out to drop in. Can you explain a bit about that message that you had in your conference keynote speech there?
Sure. So for me, walking on was really about not settling for the safe road. Okay. And so often in education, we reflect and we go, the way we've always done it is the safe way.
Yeah, we'll keep doing that.
But we'll keep doing it because it's worked in the past. And walking on is, I suppose, it's a bit of a calling for people to say, you know what, to move to the next level, to cross that chasm of, disruption, for want of a better word. You need to challenge your thinking. And that comes from standing up and walking on.
To grow.
Being brave and putting yourself out there. And I think
completely, yeah.
As teachers, we're often more brave in front of our students, but not bigger than that. So we'll be our outgoing, braver personalities with our classes.
Yeah.
But in terms of challenging mindsets of other educators or leaders or other people and parents and all of that, we don't often do that straight away, do we?
No.
It's difficult.
It really is. And it's one of those things that to stand up, it's really brave. And we're doing it a lot, from, in society with standing up for racism and all of these sorts of things. But within education itself, how daring and brave are we? And so part of what I wanted people to get at is we are passionate. And sometimes, the Steve Jobs of the world, it is just having a go and having a crack and learning from that. And that we talk about failing fast and fail, but it really starts first of all by taking the first step and walking on.
That's right, because he was a college dropout, but he walked into a typography class and said, this is my new passion that I would like to build upon. Now, I wonder, when we're walking out, IT teachers have it pretty tough. There's a lot of things that are changing. The learning doesn't change. Seymour Paffett and a few other people have really mapped that landscape out. But the tools that we use to engage kids with that learning, the edutech, has changed. And those are frightening for some teachers who are comfortable with using their old operating system or their old pieces of tool. And at our school, we've got some teachers, I guess, who may have the tension of letting go of the interactive component of the whiteboard.
Well, I look at it as the adaptability. So if we are to do a service to students, it's about teaching them to be able to thrive and adapt in the most rapid changing environment that we can't forecast. So if we're looking at learning and we're not demonstrating adaptability, then I think we're doing a disservice to our kids. So it's really, yes, it is uncomfortable not knowing how to do things. And yes, but as soon as you upgrade to Windows 10, I don't know where things are, but
it upgrades itself even.
What is it doing to me? It hurts. But what we're teaching kids is, I'm comfortable here, but here's my process of getting through that.
Yeah.
And I think that modeling is richer than, knowing where something is on a desktop. And I don't think we do enough of that.
Is there something that personally grabs you that made you realize that we can't sit in our comfort zones?
There's probably two things. Like one is the personal story of my brother, of somebody.
Thank you so much for sharing that.
And it's I wasn't sure how it was going to go down. I wasn't sure how I was going to respond.
Yeah.
I think that you're welcome to share it again.
Yeah.
It's for me.
But you don't have to.
For me, it made me realize that we have deeply personal lives as teachers. We like to think it's very clinical and sterile, but we have to have a lot of empathy to be a teacher, to understand students and to build upon relationships. And when it's sometimes quite traumatic. Now, it happens every year with my Year 12 students. They have to let go. You just can't stay here. I'm sorry, guys. Change is coming. Plan ahead. And other times, as teachers, to help define us and build us. So how do you find that?
Look, when I stepped into sort of my IT role, one of the things that I wanted to shift and change in it was So you don't fix computers, help people with computer problems. And that mind shift of working with people and saying the empathy of understanding that I'm frustrated, understanding that when it, that goes a long way to helping people adapt. The reason for sharing it, Kev's story was, well, here as a kid, as a 17-year-old, think back to your 17-year-old self. Like you think of Josh yesterday, 19-year-old. These are daring and brave, and it scares the pants off people, and so it should. But something new and exciting doesn't come from sitting in your lounge room and waiting for it to happen.
Yeah.
It comes with being uncomfortable and how I respond to that. And then the next time I do it, I respond differently, and then I get better at that, and then I get used to change. And if you can imagine that, if the only thing you teach kids is how to have a better change mindset, how to adapt to change, they are going to go bye.
Because that's the fundamental thing about learning.
Will growth come when we're pushed out of our comfort zone?
I think
it won't come if we just stay where we are.
I'm growing quite well when I'm sitting.
But I believe that there's a network of people and mentoring. So, people like Richard Olson, Mel Cashin, Bex, all of these people have allowed me to feel comfortable and confident to step out of my comfort zone. I would be sure that you guys know people who you've encouraged. You should present. I've had 3 conversations today already, and that's part of our responsibilities. Developmentally, you're right, you're ready. So if that's all we do, we step back and you let the plate spin itself, and I think that it's what we encourage. It's what we should do as a network. It's our responsibility as a PLN.
Time to let go as well.
Yeah, well, it is. It's kind of. I look at my daughter. She's learning to ride a bike at the moment, and I'm running beside her, and she's like, "Dad, I got it." And I'm still running beside her, and I know that she can only turn right really well, but the left is not that good.
We're going around the block that way.
Yeah, we're just going to do loops.
Until.
I'm ready to let go, and then she's ready, and she's comfortable and confident to say, "I've got this."
But there's that sense of panic as well, like the situation with a child riding a bike. Through your mind is, if they fall, they're really going to hurt themselves. I should just be protecting them, shouldn't I? But then if you hold, if you don't let go, they don't have that chance to grow and fly.
Yeah.
We need that. What you were saying about the writer who never really wrote, or the challenge to go and do one thing and make that a habit, and the people who have lots of conversations with themselves about what could be, I'm like, yes, and the self-doubt, and it's that sense of letting go of your ideas, just being in here and go, okay, it's time to do it.
Well, I self-defeat all the time, and it's something my mum has said to me that's always resonated with me, and she said, millions and billions of people who will cut you down at any opportunity. Why do you need to be one of those people? And it's really, you're exposed, and that's
vulnerability. Humanity.
Yeah. But don't you connect with that? For me,
definitely.
Somebody who, even if your ideas are different, but somebody who stands up and says, this is me.
It doesn't matter what the gloss looks like. I think once you have that level of vulnerability, it's when you can have that connection.
But
it's not valued as a general kind of thing to do.
And I think we need to. I think people who stand up and are authentic, and and it doesn't matter if you're a young teacher or you've been teaching for 50 years. The teachers who stand up and are genuine are the ones who connects with me on a level, because you're like, cool, you are who you are. I get you. Now we can work. Yeah, exactly. That was a wonderful message, and I've really enjoyed hearing what you talk about. And I think to finish on a note of passion and about thinking about accommodating change and growing, it's a wonderful point for us to finish the conference. And I'd like to thank you for having come along and spoken to us today and to our audience. Thank you so much. Yeah. Thank you very much, everybody.